already and away in racing, and they got them away to a decent start. Beginning well, the last bell was the first to react. Cosmic Empire's right up there. Vuvuzela Mlilo and Flying Asterix is up along the inside with Ragsa 2. Twice a Saint is up towards their outside, is getting into a good early posse. Thalia's Galaxy is midfield with Great Ecstasy, Space Explorer and Red Center, followed by Bell's First Wave is racing quite some way back with Joe Harmon. Behind that, the Yellow Cup of Prince of Heaven has got about 10-12 lengths to make up. Racing behind those came Leader Merry Dance, who's quite well back in the lineup with Bally Cotton racing towards the rear end of the field, and Antonio Augusta is the trailer. The race down the back straight now, and Cosmic Empire the leader. Cosmic Empire is in front by about a length or so from the last bell, racing second. Back in third is Vuvuzela Mlilo. Then came Twice a Saint in fourth. Rags is up along the inside. Flying Asterix is racing in sixth position. It's got about 4 lengths to run now. Behind that is Red Center. Then came Thalia's Galaxy and Great Ecstasy, and Bell's First Wave has passed a lot of horses down the back straight, is getting a lot closer before they turn for home. Space Explorer is also on the move behind those, and then came Prince of Heaven, who's also starting to make up ground with Joe Harmon and Antonio Augustin. In fact, Red Center has dropped to the tail end of the field. Something's gone wrong with Red Center. 500 meters left to go, and the last bell will turn for home as the leader. The last bell brought them in now with Twice a Saint. These two are 2 lengths clear. On the outside is Bell's First Wave, who's been progressing nicely. Down along the inside is Great Ecstasy. Vuvuzela Mlilo's come under the ride towards the outside, running on nicely there. Then came Flying Asterix and Space Explorer, and right up on the outside, Prince of Heaven is absolutely taken off, and Prince of Heaven is coming home strongly. So too Joe Harmon between runners. Prince of Heaven and Joe Harmon to fight it out. Prince of Heaven, Joe Harmon, Prince of Heaven won it from Joe Harmon in second. Flying Asterix third. Space Explorer was back in fourth position, and they were followed by Bell's First Wave. To lose touch with the field at halfway throughout the contest over here, but was right at the back of the field turning for home there. Here's a look at the head-on replay. Well, Twice a Saint in Willem Ackerman's first colours was leading them past the 200-metre marker, but being swamped all around. Flying Asterix at one stage had a chance with Bell's First Wave, but the pack are closing, and this is where Prince of Heaven quickens up best of all under T called for Cliffy Miller, who's got a strong hand on the card today to beat Joe Harmon. Flying Asterix third, Space Explorer fourth.
Putting his best foot forward today, it's Prince of Heaven who finds the winner's box and gets us started here in the Eastern Cape. Trained by Cliffy Miller, ridden by Teak Gould. This is a horse that the yard have always thought a bit of, and he's finally decided to bring that work to course. And Teak, oh, he looked lovely going down. He's a big fellow, but he was so light on his feet.
Yes, strangely enough, for his size, he actually does have quite a big action. And yeah, he's been showing a bit at work, and he brought it to races eventually today.
Well, certainly, and I hear we're having a few mic issues there. I'm not quite sure if I want to step out of pick quickly and just grab another mic. There you go. All right, sorry about that, Teak. So, yeah, talk us through it again. As I was saying that he went down to start very well, light on his feet, and you said for a big horse he was great.
Yes, he carried himself well going down, and yeah, he looked the picture, and yeah, he brought his work to the races, and yeah, I had good instructions. I don't know him that well in a race. I haven't ridden him in a race. It's my first time. And yeah, Cliffy and Nicholas and that, they gave me good instructions. They said just give him a chance, and he ran on nicely. And yeah, you just needed a clear run, and you need to get into him quite early, because he's such a big horse. He just plods along. Yeah. So he's not going to give you that instant kick, and I worked on him early, and he just kept plodding away.
Well, he certainly did a great job. And Teak, we started off, as the rest of the day goes, big fields, competitive racing. How do you feel about the rest of your rides coming up for the day?
Got 6 more, so hopefully you'll see me again today. I'm always trying on all of them.
Yeah.
I won on Red Berry last time.
A listed feature, yes.
She won quite a nice race, and yeah, she's well, and she's been on the poly and run well there and won on the poly. So hopefully she can produce that type of run as she did before again. And yeah, the rest I'm trying with everything, and I'm sure. I mean, the whole card looks very open today. So if I pop up, yeah, it's a bonus as well.
Fantastic. Teek, well done for this fella on the board already, and we will watch you through the day.
Thanks. Thank you to Cliffy and them for the ride and the chance, and thanks to the owners and trainers, other trainers that's supporting me, and my sponsors at Fuelcom. To Krista and Mariska, thank you, and yeah, appreciate all the support.
Oh, they'll be chuffed. Teek, congratulations.
Thank you.
There you have from Teek, great ride from him. You can hear all the thoughts that went into how to ride the fellow, and he's done a splendid job. Joining me now is Mr. Miller, and he is the winning trainer. Very well done. And as I said earlier in the preview, this is a horse that you've always thought highly of, but being such a big guy, maybe that's why it's taken him a while to produce.
Yes, Dean, you know, I think this horse is only going to be a nice horse when he's closer to the 4 years old. He's a massive horse. I think he's 17 something.
Wow.
And he's a big, big baby, you know. I thought, you know, on his work, I thought he won his second start already. And I was quite surprised he didn't. But at least he listened to Daddy and he gave him good instructions.
Yes.
But he really won a nice race. I was very happy when it's 19 on a poly. And I must say to Willem, thank you very much for Willem's support. And Willem, I had to win this one for you, because Lydia got this horse from Willem from Monday as her horse. So sorry, Lydia, I had to win it for Willem.
Well, with that, we're going to ask Karen to step up, because there's a bit more for Mr. Ackerman to celebrate, considering there is the Racehorse Owners Association member bonus of 15,000 Rand.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is actually coming to me, you know, so they can't have it. I mean, I did all the hard work as well, and he did the payment, so that's fine, and he's got enough. But thank you very much for their support. Thank you to Teek, you had a good race.
He did.
Thank you to Hollywood. And once again, thanks to Nicholas and Heather and all my staff as well. You know, they all do hard work, especially Nick. You know, he gets home every morning, early mornings he gets here.
Yeah.
Kick him and give him coffee, and then it's all fine for the day.
Send him out to the field.
That's it. Send him to the field, yeah, then he's okay. But thank you to the racing,
the Racehorse Owners Association.
Racehorse Owners, I'm still the Racing Association those years, you know, I'm still antique. But thank you to them as well for their support. Thank you.
Mr. Miller, well done.
Thank you, my God.
And it's going to be great to get a chance to chat again to Nick about the upcoming runners. He really breaks down beautifully and sums up, does his studying. Nick, good to have you here. And a little private joke in the interview about this being your favourite horse. Well, today he is your favourite horse, because they're all your favourite in the winner's box.
Eventually, you know, it's been a long time coming. He's been knocking, you know, he's... Like I said, I think it was about 3 or 4 runs ago. He's a type horse when he does win and the penny does drop. He's not going to just win one.
Well,
so it's nice. He's in the winner's box.
Now, you guys have got a really, really busy card. And the next race really stands out with Can't Catch Me, Egret. Put your neck on the line. Can you split them? How do you feel about their chances?
I think Can't Catch Me is probably our best run on the day.
Oh, fantastic.
I think we're quite big on her today. Egret, you know, it's a tough draw. From draw 16, I think over the 13 on poly, it is quite difficult. So I think Can't Catch Me from a good draw. She's the right horse in the race. I think it should be a hard horse to beat there.
And Dreamscape?
Dreamscape, yeah, we got 3 in the race there. You know, some of the ratings, the Montresor and Winter Journey are not really in the race, but and the draws, but they'll work. They're not 3 of them. You can't really separate them. But Dreamscape from the draw and well rated, she should be around
a little bit later. I know War Bonnet Creek is his own worst enemy, but I'm only touching him because I know, much the same like Prince of Heaven, you know, he's got it in him. He's just got to bring it.
Yeah, if he had a draw between 1 and 8, I'd say he's a good thing. You know, he's far better than a 59. He's far better than that field as well. So from draw 18, it's going to be difficult. But if he overcomes the draw and puts his best foot forward, he will win there.
And then your newcomer, Wishful Girl Lynn.
Yeah, the 1,000 might be a touch on the sharp side for her, especially I think the pace is going to be quite quick with Zietsman's horse from a good draw. So hoping she runs on and just shows a nice positive effort. And
then, of course, Greenlight and Naval, they've done the yard previously Proud and can do again today.
Yeah, very difficult to separate them. I know Naval, I might swing to Naval on the weights, but, you know, he's the draws in Greenlight's favour. Again, not much between the two. If I had to maybe pick one, I might go for Naval, but it's very, very close there.
And then, of course, Irish at the back.
Yeah, he's probably our best each way value on the day. I know the mile might be a touch on the sharp side on the poly for him, but also not the best of draws, but he is better than that type of field, and I think his work's been phenomenal at home. His picture, I think he'll be good each way value at the back.
Well, it looks like the yard has really turned, which they deserved after a very, very hard spell with the virus, and we are definitely going to keep a keen eye on these lot. Well done, Nick.
Thank you.
Great breakdown there by Nick. He really studies his form. He knows his horses. He steered us in the right direction on plenty of occasions before, and great to have a chat with him and hear his thoughts about upcoming runners. So take his words to note. He does know what he's talking about. Once again, a huge congratulations to Mr. Ackerman, Prince of Heaven, running out of the Cliffy Miller yard, ridden today very well by Teak Gould, a great winner.